Boston bombing suspect's parents are staying in Russia, at least for now. The father has postponed his U.S. trip indefinitely for health reasons. That is according to the mother. Earlier, the father had agreed to fly to the U.S. and cooperate with investigators. The mother is also staying in Russia. She's wanted on felony charges of shoplifting and destruction of property in Massachusetts. That's where the parents lived until last year. More now on our breaking news. We want to go to White House correspondent Brianna Keilar. She's at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington at the Hilton there, where officials, we understand, are already reacting to the breaking news here on CNN. Brianna, what are they saying, if anything?
That's right, Don. Obviously, the White House Correspondents' Dinner is sort of a light event where there are a lot of celebrities, but there are a whole lot of newsmakers as well. And that's why we were able to talk to Attorney General Eric Holder about this breaking news that Russia intercepted communications involving one of the bomber's mother, the alleged Boston bomber's mother in 2011, talking about Islamic, discussing, I should say, jihad, according to a U.S. official. We talked to him about that and also about the legal process going on right now involving the surviving alleged Boston bomber. Here's what he said. Are you familiar with this report that Russian authorities wiretapped one of the bombing suspects and that he was speaking with his mother about jihad in 2011? Can you say anything about that?
It's an ongoing matter. I can't really comment on that.
Can you comment on the suspect being Mirandized and whether that was appropriate?
Well, I mean, the decision to Mirandize him was one that the magistrate made, and that was totally consistent with the laws that we have. We had a 2-day period where we were able to question him under the public safety exception. So I think everything was done appropriately, and we got good leads.
Now, again, CNN is reporting at this moment, according to a U.S. official, that this was the interception of a conversation involving, on one end, the alleged bomber's mother back in 2011. We are not saying, we do not know who that conversation was with, but according to a U.S. official, she was discussing jihad with whoever she was talking to. The question right now in the aftermath of these bombings is, were some red flags perhaps missed by U.S. officials that could have tipped them off to the fact that the Tsarnaev brothers were a threat? At this point, a U.S. official says it's not clear if this intercepted communication would have perhaps forced authorities to take a closer look at Tamerlan Tsarnaev or Jihad Tsarnaev. Don?
It's interesting that the Attorney General said he would not comment on this intercepted conversation, but then he talks about the Miranda, them reading him his Miranda. Both of them are part of an ongoing investigation. He commented on one, but he wouldn't comment on the other, Brianna. That's very telling.
That's right. Well, I think it's not surprising that he wouldn't comment on this breaking news, as this is something that has just developed. But I think the commenting on the Mirandizing is because there is, it's controversial, and I think that there's a lot of sensitivity to that, and he's trying to explain and stand by the administration's decision, which is getting a lot of scrutiny on.